Hey guys, Matty Miller with Pursuit Real Estate, checking in on a kind of a lookout so far into what we've seen in January and what we're going to see in February and upcoming March-wise in the local Jacksonville, Florida and First Coast market. So I want to break down a few key trends and kind of what we're looking at interest rate-wise and what we're looking at and what to expect in the marketplace. So we're going to break that down here in a second. All right. So obviously, if you're getting this email or watching this video, you know that I am in real estate. What comes with that is the question of, hey, Matt, how's the market? So here we are again doing another market update for kind of the outlook of the first quarter and second quarter and into the summer of what we think may happen and what the numbers are telling us. So first things first, I kind of start with interest rates, and a lot of people, kind of determine interest rates based off of market, which ultimately is pretty relatable. So if you have high interest rates, obviously you have a slower market, or low interest rates obviously creates a crazy market, which for anybody that was living in 2021 and 2022, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Obviously that was a very short time ago, but we are not in that market anymore. Current interest rates right now, you're right sub 7 on the 30-year, according to Fannie Mae. And on a 15-year, you're at 6.6. They've ticked down a little bit. They were up closest to north of 7 at one point, but we're kind of in that 7% range at the moment. So not phenomenal, given the recency bias of having, being able to acquire a 3.5 or 2.5% interest rate for some of you on a 15-year. Again, making the market move, but not as fast as it obviously once was. So what's that look like from a pricing perspective? Pricing wise, at one point in time, our highest in December was actually in December of last year. Our highest price in the history of our market that I'm aware of in a weekly basis hit at $390. We are already back down to $352 as of this week, and you can kind of see it trending off a little bit. Some of that, by the way, is seasonal, so don't be afraid of that. It depends on what type of properties are selling right now. So sales price, I don't consider it. I mean, we could very well see a spike up next week and be right back up to it, but it looks like it is starting to curtail, and I certainly don't see it going up anytime soon, unless it's kind of an outlier week, as it's kind of hung around that 360 to 380 mark, typically pretty much every week. So somewhere in between that is our average median sale price in the Jacksonville market. And this is where we want to go to, and this is ultimately where it's going to come down to, is how many properties are being sold versus how many properties are being listed. So closed sales, we are way down, and that typically is trending down, has been since about November and kind of each month after that, with the exception of 1 month in December. We're down to about closing 260 to 300 properties per month, or per week, excuse me. And at one point in time, even last year, we were closing almost 900 in the month of June. I do present, again, seasonal numbers, so it could go back up a little bit as we head into it and make a busier market. But what is happening with that, and what scares me about that, is we are also seeing the sold dollar volume following, and that's pretty much the same graph for the most part. We're seeing just not as many deals closing, not as much money on the tree, if you will. The one thing is we go into new pending sales, which is the rate of properties that are getting put under contract every week. At one point in May was our highest. We were at 631 every single week, and that has slowly diminished all the way down to sub 300 in some weeks, so less than half of the amount of deals we were once doing in this market. From the week last year prior, we are down almost 50% on the amount of sales that we've been doing. So that is a pretty substantial change, and where you're going to see it the most is active inventory, as our active inventory has been climbing for now seemingly 3 years, probably almost close to 3 years consistently. We are now at the highest inventory that we've seen since COVID has actually happened. So a lot of inventory, market's starting to slow up a little bit. Prices are still pretty stable. If you're a buyer, I would encourage you to get out there if you're thinking about buying. If you're a seller, I would encourage you to continue to sell, because I don't see the market getting any more expensive anytime soon at this point. It is more competitive. You will be giving concessions more than likely, and you will probably not have multiple offers on most properties. So there's some exceptions to that rule. But we are seeing a very well balanced market where buyers can negotiate and sellers can still get a fair price. So that's kind of our market update at the moment. I do anticipate the summer to kind of pick up, but I don't anticipate anything near what we've seen in the last few summers. That's my personal opinion. I could be completely wrong unless interest rates somehow make a crazy change or something changes in our market. So, and there's certain neighborhoods. If you have questions on specific neighborhoods, let me know. I can always break it down by neighborhood and kind of get down to the nitty gritty as much as we want. So it's Matty Miller with Pursuit Real Estates. I hope you guys have a great day. And if you have any questions about any local markets, let me know. Take care, guys.